There's nothing better than college football on a Saturday, but Air Force was hoping for better play against Boise State and from their own defense as well. The Falcons gave up 49 points last week against Utah State. That won't get it done. Now they come home to take on a Mountain West powerhouse in the Broncos. This might be the last time these two teams meet, with Boise heading to the Pac-12 next season. Let's check out the highlights.
That a sport built on individuality is finally a team sport, and that's super exciting. So I'm excited to say we are officially on X Games mode as the extreme sports competition rolls into the capital city this weekend. And that new format could change the future of action sports,
adding their alumni and their students to it. And I'm joined by one right now.
What's up, guys? Recent alumni Ethan,
Yeah.
and live fights on campus. We're the only place that's doing that. Your shoes untied.
My shoes untied. Oh my gosh. Before the scholarship offers, the recruiting rankings, and the college visits, Rob Larson was just a kid from Folsom trying to make the catch of the day. And now, the standout receiver has become one of the area's top recruits, and he's headed to UCLA. So I caught up with Larson to talk about the journey from going from Folsom to Westwood and why football means so much to him. In the NFL, training camp is always geared towards getting franchises ready for the regular season, but for the San Francisco 49ers, the biggest storyline isn't happening on the field. It's actually on the health of head coach Kyle Shanahan after being involved in a car accident in Palo Alto. The A's have been off to a rough start to start the season. They're 1-5 right now, taking losses in Atlanta and Toronto, and tonight won't be an easy test as well. They're facing off against a Goliath in the MLB. This place was home to Matthew Celebrini when he was training. Again, he was the first overall pick in the 2024 NHL draft, one of the best players in the world, trained right here. What was it like having him in your barn? Sitting in first place in the AFC West are your Denver Broncos, and you would think a team this great would be well off. But Denver desperately needs to add another receiver to pair with their top wideout, Courtland Sutton. And with a little over $5 million in cap space, let's look around the league for some moves that they can make before the trade deadline.
This series is always tense because these two teams have faced each other in the postseason twice, and Dallas has bounced Colorado out twice. There's tons of great players on the ice, of course, Mikko Rantanen, of course, Nathan MacKinnon, but Scott Wedgwood is a player to look out for.
Friday night was a heartbreaker for Colorado College and game one of Battle for the Gold Pan. Now, CC had a 1-0 lead with 3 minutes left when DU tied the game. Then they won it in overtime, but now the Tigers are trying to split the series at Robson Arena. Rock'em sock'em, that's what I would call the Denver Broncos backfield as J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey dominated. J.K. ran for 100 yards and some change on me. The Denver Nuggets are in Minnesota, and it's been an oh-so-good start to the season. They're 9-2 with a 13.5-point differential, and three-time MVP Nikola Jokic is fresh off of his 55-point game against the Clippers. Now the Nuggets are looking to make it 7 in a row against the Timberwolves. A's are going big in West Sacramento. This season, the team announced its 2026 promotional schedule, which is packed with 35 giveaways. That's double of last year's total. And we're talking 7 bobblehead nights, 6 fireworks shows, weekly theme nights, and kid-friendly giveaways. Let's take a live look at Sutter Health Park. Their first home game starts with a bang on April 3rd. Literally a bang as the A's host the Houston Astros, and the game will be followed by opening day fireworks. What started off as backyard hobbies and parking lot tricks has grown into one of the biggest sporting events in the entire world. And this weekend, the X Games are coming to the capital city for the very first time. And while fans can expect plenty of amazing tricks and all the big names that the X Games have to offer, this year comes with a twist. For the very first time, these athletes won't just be competing for medals, they'll also be earning points for teams representing Los Angeles, New York, Tokyo, and Sao Paulo as part of the brand new X Games League. The season-long competition makes its debut right here in Sacramento before heading overseas and eventually crowning a champion later this year. But at its core, the X Games are still the mecca of extreme sports. For more than 30 years, this event has featured the world's best skateboarders, BMX riders, and Moto X athletes, competitors known for redefining what's possible. Now that stage is coming to Cal Expo from June 26th through the 28th. More than 100 athletes will compete across 18 events, including Davis's very own Olympic gold medalist, Nyjah Huston. So I'll leave the flips and the tricks to the pros for the excitement, but
Sacramento, we do get a front row seat to some of the best action sport athletes in the world this weekend. Air Force going with Josh Johnson once again to start this game. And there we see him right there. Takes the handoff, but it was Dylan Carson on the first drive up the gut. Look at him go, showing off his speed. And look at that stiff arm, something straight out of Madden. Get off me, 65-yard gain.